I've been a real estate photographer for many years and I've got some stories to tell, and this is going to be one of them. G'day friends, a couple of years ago I got offered a job that was a couple of hours drive from Melbourne, where I usually do most of my work, because the local agents couldn't sell this particular house, so they actually gave it to another agent in Melbourne, and I do work for that particular agent, and that's how I got the job. He rang me up and he said, "Brett, I just want you to let you know before you go out there that this house has had a bit of tragedy in it. Someone has died in this house." And the agent said, "Once you've looked it up, give me a call back and let me know if you want to do it still." And the shoot I was doing was going to be a dusk shoot, so I was going to be in this house at night time, which is fine. I've done many houses at night time, of course. He said, but what happened in this house was actually quite gruesome. And then he told me what to look up on the internet to see what happened in this house. And about 5 or 6 years before I was doing this job, a woman was murdered in this house by her boyfriend. Her boyfriend had a new girlfriend and they were jealous of the old girlfriend, so they called her over to the house, where they took her into the bedroom and they stabbed her to death, and then they dragged her body into the bathroom and they dismembered her in the bath. This is obviously a horrible thing to happen, but it happened in this house, and this house had been on the market for a long time and no one wanted to buy it. So after I'd read the article, I called the agent back up and said, "Yeah, look, I'll just do it. It's just a house. What difference does it make?" So I jumped in the car and off I went. And now it was a 2-hour drive away. It was a good paying job because I got paid travel and all that kind of stuff. And off I went to this place 2 hours from Melbourne. And when I got there, there was about another hour of daylight left. And the keys had been left in a letterbox for me, and I unlocked the house and I went inside and had a look around. It's just an empty house. It had been fully renovated. The bathroom no longer had a bath in it, but it had been fully renovated, new carpet, new flooring, everything. It was actually quite a nice, neat little house. It was an old weatherboard house from maybe the 50s or 60s. So I go back out to the car to grab my gear, and one of the neighbours comes over and says, "Hey, did you know what happened in this house?" And I said, "Yes, I know what happened. It's been empty since then. No one's wanted to live in the house. As soon as someone tells them that happened in the house, no one wanted to be there anymore," which is fair enough, I suppose. So I go into the house, start doing the floor plan, I'm measuring up the house, everything's going fine. Go out the back, measure the pergola, all that kind of stuff. Everything's great. And then I thought I better start taking the photos. It's getting closer to sunset. So I started taking all the photos of the house. I started with the master bedroom, which is where the woman was murdered. And just standing in that doorway was kind of weird, but I took the photo and everything was cool. Then I took the photo of the other bedroom and the living areas and so on. And before I did the kitchen, I thought I'll shoot the bathroom. So I go into the edge of the bathroom at the doorway and I'm taking the shot. Shower to the left, you've got a vanity to the right and a toilet in the corner. And there's a very big gap between the toilet and the vanity. So I'm doing an angle from the doorway, and of course the vanity's close to the door. It's not the best angle. The actual best angle for this room was basically sitting on the toilet or from the toilet. So I move into the bathroom and I've got the camera straddled over in front of the toilet. I'm sitting just over the top of the toilet. I bend down so I can't see myself in the mirror and I take the photo. Now, before you think, oh, was there something weird in the photo? No, there was nothing weird in the photo. But while I was there, I don't know if it was my imagination or if it was the house, but a huge cold shiver just ran over my spine. And then I realized I was actually standing where the bath used to be. That's where I was standing right at that exact moment. So I had a look at the photos, thought, yep, okay, good, let's just get out of here. So then I shot the rest of the house, and every minute after that house I was in that house, I felt really uncomfortable. Now, as I said, I don't know whether it was the house or it was my imagination, because I knew what happened there, but it was very, very strange. So then, of course, it got dark. I did the outside, and everything was fine. And then I locked up as quick as I possibly could and got back in the car and drove back. Now, I don't know if there was anything weird about that house or not. I have no idea whether it was haunted or anything like that. I mean, but if it was, or if there was some kind of disturbance in that house, I don't know if you believe in that stuff or not, but if you do, that's great. I'm sort of on the fence with it. I've seen a few things and I think maybe there's something to it, but I'm not so sure. But anyway, so in that moment, I felt like I was intruding, and so I just got out of the house. But if there was ever a house that was going to have a problem with things like that, like with ghosts or hauntings, that's got to be the house, right? I mean, someone was murdered viciously in that house. That has to be a house that would be a problematic house for ghosts, wouldn't it? That's what I think anyway. If you want to hear more of these kind of stories about real estate and all things I encounter every day as a photographer in real estate, let me know in the comments below. And if you're thinking about getting into real estate as a photographer, check out this video here about 24 things you should know before you start, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.